This is Sunday Madness. Should I say 36th edition? 36th edition. And appreciate y'all stopping by. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, it's okay. It's in the books. Okay. I know everybody's in here. Appreciate y'all coming through. Let's see what's in the studio. Edited some few things. Ooh, it's been a wild week. On YouTube. Been a wild fucking week. I know everybody's doing their thing, and I just heard an interesting discussion about the FBA and the what you call it, the diaspora. They would say them niggas claiming they're Africans and some shit, which is a total bullshit to me. But it was a good conversation. Shouts out to George Macon, and that was a good discussion. I was just done with my session on the PlayStation. I was like, I got tired of Witcher 3. I said, I already beat the game enough. I ain't trying to. I'm done with Blood and Wine. I'm just gonna stick to the Xbox, complete my Grand Theft Autos, and that's it. And play some different games and shit like that. But on PlayStation, the only game I've got is Watch Dogs 2, because I know people do not like the new Saints Row. I've noticed that on YouTube. So pretty much it. Yeah, that discussion with the FBA and the what's called the versus the diaspora debate open panel. Oh boy, got hard on that fucking British motherfucker, man. He's acting like a clown lately. But trying to correct. But but shouts out to old boy chin checking that motherfucker, man. He was on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like you got people thinking they know everything, which they don't, and they be on some bullshit. And I saw an interesting discussion about someone posted about Albert versus that other guy, the Cuban guy. He has so much to learn. That dude was talking about race and culture. Yeah, there's some differences, but he never lived in the black experience. So you can't take a silly Cuban motherfucker, a white Cuban at that, a liberal motherfucker like that. I would never debate him. He's an idiot. He's so out of touch with reality. He don't even know what works. Motherfuckers like him is a waste of time to debate. I laugh at people when they debate idiots like that. Y'all just proving how sorry these motherfuckers are. And they've been sorry since day one. Like, there's nothing great about debating a white liberal. They get crushed every time. We bring the facts. They get cut. They get destroyed every fucking time. It's like a waste of time debating them. Like, I debated them years ago in public. I debated them in the college universities. I was in Emory, and motherfuckers just act like they know everything, which they don't. And it's pretty much the same, man. It's the same result. You can't just resort to the bullshit with them. You just can't. Check something real quick in my little stream scheduling. Was in my dark history screen. Talk about some dark history this week. It's called Sometimes Culture Always Have Some Element for Race. I'm gonna talk about race in general. And it was an interesting discussion. Apple was debating this Cuban guy, but he's a fucking idiot though. It's a waste of time, man. You're wasting so much time on these idiots, man. They just come in here and act like they know everything, and it's just pretty much gone with them. Let's see, Thursday Thrills. I'm setting up my streams, and then next Sunday Madness 31, 32, 33, 34, and then just, you know, nope. We're trying to get my promotion out of the way, so we're pretty much golden. But it's been hectic. Now they got old boy on trial, trying to say he's a P file and everything, which I'm not surprised. I mean, he can't lie on the records if it's federal. You know what I'm saying? He said, okay. Oh shit. I'm reading what I just got. Psycho Candies, and just got your little thing. Yeah, it was leaving in 2023. The CEO. Wow, man, it's gonna be some weird changes. Woo-wee. It's gonna be some weird changes, but I just found that comment. But it's pretty much it. I'm gonna check my dashboard. What's going on? It's been wild, man. Ooh, I'm losing. Yeah, okay. Not surprised. Not surprised. People is hating. It is what it is. So it's pretty much the same old, same old. But like I said, when you when you talk about these things and then you talk about debates with these white liberal idiots, so-called white liberals, which they're racist they damn selves, but they just don't like black people. Debating them is kind of like pointless. Like I've debated them like years and years ago. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you just got to look in what they're talking about. So it's pretty much the same, because of course I'm going to open the gates later to the hour mark, just like I do on both streams, like Sunday through Thursdays. I always do it because I call it Thursday Thrills. We get on to the heart of the topic and for the week, and then we just go in. And then this is the beginning of the week. I know it's Labor Day weekend. I know everybody is excited for tomorrow. I don't celebrate that holiday, by the way, and I ain't gonna do some content. I'm gonna do less. I'm not gonna do content Monday. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm just gonna take a break, and everybody's gonna be chilling. I don't know who's gonna be what. So that's tomorrow, and they're gonna try to say the first day of Hispanic Heritage Month or Latino Month. They would say. I don't even use the term Hispanic. Interesting. That's why he's acting out. Okay, I see why Alba debated him. That's why he was acting out because he knows this month is it, and he says it's the first day and it started on the 15th. Then the fall always starts on the 20th, the 21st. Interesting. And then Christopher Columbus holiday. Yes, it's a connection to that. It's a first American Indian heritage. Oh my lord. See all these pathetic days. See, this is the ramp up of the year. This ain't no wokeism or anything. This was intended. This goes back to the reset. The great reset was here. And this is just like I was saying, telling y'all, like those pandemic views and all that. This is all we're seeing. People going at each other left and right. And here we are, bunch of bullshit. And we over here distracted by nonsense, fighting each other and killing each other over craziness. But that just goes to show you that the FBA versus the diaspora argument is so ignorant. It all boils down to everybody wants to be indigenous or not. African versus the fez wearing clowns like call themselves foundational Black American. We got to be careful with that because they don't subscribe to um certain beliefs. They don't subscribe to that Caribbeans are our brethren and things like that. See them guys I question psychologically. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta stop. Because white man looks at us as one anyway. Because you still got the racist white man to this day. A lot say he's elite. No, he's elite based off the system. I mean, it's dying off as we can tell. You can see it on YouTube. I don't talk about it as much, but we're going to talk extensively on it this coming Wednesday. But it's always going to be culture. But when you have debates with liberals, it's a waste of time. We can kill them on that discussion hands down. They're no match for our malevolent speaking when we talk about race and everything else. So I just want to talk about that today because I saw interesting debates. I saw from George Macon. He had a stream in a debate, and oh boy, crushed that fucking English dude, man. He sounded ignorant as hell, but I don't know if that was his homeboy. Whether it gets heated, but it's a good exchange. But the nice exchange with Alba was trying to teach this dumb Cuban fuck, the white Cuban fuck, and he didn't understand, and he was so lost and blinded about the situations. But it's just what I've been saying. Like, it's a waste of time. I mean, I don't mind debating people and then showing facts and showing results and things like that. We do research. I do research over here, unlike these idiots over here. I've done that already. I've done that like decades ago. And the stuff they're doing, I used to do that 10 years ago in the comments section, my videos and things like that. I used to do that and just crush them every fucking time. And I did it in person because the stuff I was saying back then was not popular. Now it's more people are starting to waking up. Well, they've been waking up for years and years. Now they try and put it in action, put it in as content. You know what I'm saying? But most people, but shouts out to Doug saluted me in the chat, but it is what it is. Some things you just got to be mindful of what's going on YouTube. But yeah, I heard Psycho King said somebody is stepping down in 2023. Very interesting times. But see, this is politics. It's gonna come into play in 2024. It's gonna be a new year, and I don't know what's going on, but it sounds good for us because now they're not stopping it. I guess their Messiah, they so-called God, then help them. What's going on, Alonzo Salute, and just helping them out. But there's some interesting news. It's gonna be some divisions and things like that. But you gotta understand, the world's changing. I just see SKC debating Trey and BD. Then you got little cutthroats, little big Nate, little clown ass himself. I mean, it's kind of funny. Everybody's going back and forth, and then I see Rudempi, aka Rudemp, is getting destroyed as we speak. It is kind of like this. What I predicted. 2022 is a dangerous year. It's an interesting year, but next year is gonna be wild. Um, this is what happens when you're locked in for 2 years, like 2020 from now. The reset is here. People are tired and they got their leads. Everybody picked their spots. The merge is here. Everything's merged right. And now everybody's got their sides. And this is going to be interesting. I will say in 2023, you're going to see some amazing shit. You may see a couple of live streams there and there, but you're going to see some recordings. It reminds me almost 10 to 9 years ago that YouTube was on that verge of changing. Now the new wave is tired of the same old shit, all talking about relationships and stuff like that. I think relationships is good in certain contexts, but I don't think that makes it as real content. There's other ways to talk about certain things. Everybody's doing different things, which is great. And there's going to be some changes probably in the algorithm in the future because if you really think about it, if that person is saying step down, according to Psycho Kenny was telling me through the comments, that's going to be a one upper. You're going to have to see, is this going to be factual? Now, I'm not saying that person's going to step down and change anything. Are we going to be on par with it? Cancel. Okay. They say your order's been shipped. Oh, that's my mic. Okay. That's my microphone order. Let me go back to the email. I got something in New York Times. Good morning. It's Labor Day weekend. The perfect time to try your guest pick a ball. Game on. It is not back to work, back to work, back to work. We explain workers are responding. Lord have mercy. In the come around Tuesday on the way. And I know niggas acting crazy. It's delaying the other one because of Labor Day. Package delay. Shipped it on the 6th on Tuesday. Okay. Yeah. You know how it is. That's why we say that nobody knows. Come around, see. Let me stop. Let me stop acting goofy on here. But as you can tell, it's just I've seen a lot of crazy stuff. But yeah, things are changing. People are tired, and they're just looking at it for what it is, man. Like you got to be on par with it, you know. Let me see some sounds, easy sounds. So it's pretty much, I'm just saying for what it is. Add to the cart. try to get this somewhere in the week. I'll get this another time if they have it on sale. Let me see some real quick. Let's see. They said they're out of stock. Yeah, I'm going to have to check the other places. That's a good piece of equipment right there. But it's just been wild. But shouts out to DJ Kuda because I saw his live yesterday. I saw it yesterday, and I felt like he said some interesting stuff, and he got tired of niggas, and he actually talking about himself too, talking about them long live streams, and he gave certain people certain game. I mean, he said I made y'all niggas in the third shift, but Kuda, you did, but technically I didn't think he said he made me. I said, no, you didn't. I made myself before I met you. I just got some advice from you. But shouts out to you though. Now he did kind of, out of respect, I would say he kind of boosted me a bit. I would say last year he boosted me a bit. I ain't gonna say he didn't help me. He did boost me a bit and show me that there's better ways of looking at this gear stuff, but I took my own advice too and did my own research and took the initiative to apply it. So it is where, yeah, I give him credit on some things, and he's saying that's how you get successful in certain areas and certain channels. So I did my research. I should have did this shit probably 10 years ago. I wasn't using a microphone back then because when he said something about the mics, he said the manosphere got defeated by mics. He has to understand 2.0 and the modern day manosphere always got defeated by gear because they're ignorant fucks. I mean, I heard what he said on that live stream. He had a long live stream. I think he was in Thailand talking about it. He said some great points, but he was mad at niggas not giving them credit. But he has to understand you're a podcaster now, and he has somebody on the panel, but he has to understand that that's the way it's going. So if your content is pretty good, you got to make sure your shit is on par. So he's living his life the way he's supposed to, and he's traveling, and that's a plus. And me, I'm not at that situation yet, but I will be. But it is what it is. What's going on? And I was looking at his live stream. I was in there listening. He had Ebo Sosa in the chat. He had everybody in the chat. Cheering him on. Then Silk the Shock always fucking with him. He always troll Kuda, but I don't know what it is. He always trolling, but the shit is wild, man. And it's just what it is. I know people don't like gear talk and things like that, but that's usually what happens when you talk about your media experience. People going to shun it, and it's just what it is. And I think Kuda has to understand a lot of people just not going to be on par with it. They're not going to make it, man. Like they made sure what they decision was, and you got to be mindful that this stuff it it has to be said, and I think he was saying that, like, I think was it yesterday? It was yesterday morning. It wasn't today. It was yesterday morning. I remember him saying that. And I kind of find it very interesting what he said. And I was like, I had to agree with that. And he had some good points. And what he breaks down is his life or whatever. He's doing a risk, and he says a risk to come out here and in Thailand, but Thailand's an interesting country. He's going back to his martial art roots and the kickback. This goes back to last year. This is what he wanted to do. He had some struggles and there, and he had to be mindful of that. And this stuff is guaranteed for him. So he has to understand that all the times in the world you've helped people, you got to help yourself too, man, to be successful. You can't worry about these niggas here. And I told him on the panel once last year, like, look, if you do your own thing, man, and drop that master shit, you're a better off content creator anyway. You get numbers just similar to Ty City and Ramil. If you want more numbers, you want to stay on par, and then you have your mission. I know helping people won't get you nowhere. Trust me. I've learned that from 10 years ago and prior. I help a few people here as much as I can. I'm not going to help everybody because most people don't want to be helped. And the more you learn about certain spaces, no matter if it's black or white spaces, they always got some motive to try to stop you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, most people got an agenda. They want to be on some bullshit, and you have to understand that this stuff is not going anywhere. I just got something in on the news. U.S. ambassador to Russia leaves Moscow will retire. Yeah, I'll save that another time. This stuff is like wild, man. You got to understand the stuff that he was talking about yesterday. It's very factual because people are mad at the fact that he was going at it. I know he's going to defend the manager to the hilt, but I try to tell him them days is gone. But I understand what he's coming from. He put a lot of work in and say, "Hey, I did my content." We all did. I have. I've put a lot of work in on my stuff for years, and then I try not to get it monetized. Like I'm good, man. I don't need it. I got money besides. I ain't really hurting like that. But if I made another channel, if I had a proper system, which I'm trying to invest in, it ain't easy. I will try to put it in practice, but that's gonna be a minute. But that's a goal that I want. But this channel, this just basically just fleshing out content. When I get tired, then I'll think about building another channel, then build a studio off of this. That's the main goal that I want. And talk about real things, try to help men out here stop struggling, not just dating, but just have hobbies, have structure. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff helps. But media is tough right now. It depends on who's hiring and what your interests are. Yeah. My sinus is clearing. No, I had salmon this morning. I think I had brisket in good shape. Yeah. I was trying to enjoy my game that I was scheduled to play, and I said, you know what? I got tired of it. I said, man, let me play Watch Dogs 2. I'm in the sandbox and the shooting. I got tired of horseback. So enough of that. I love the game, but I got tired of it. I said, you know what? Let me do this. And it matters. Like I said, man, like what he said yesterday was on point of niggas not caring, but that's what happens when you deal with niggas, man. Like he ought to know that. Niggas ain't gonna change. They on some bullshit. And then sort of they on some merely bullshit. They have to make sure that things is a rise, right? It is what it is. But you gotta understand niggas ain't gonna change who they are. That's just bottom line. Like you gotta be mindful. Niggas look for angles to stop you and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand a lot of people they just on some shit. But you gotta understand that's just comes with the territory, especially on YouTube. Once you get into these type of moments, you understand what's going on. I'm not tripping off here. I'm not tripping off of anyone. So you gotta understand this stuff matters to a certain degree. Yeah, but this protagonist and all that. Put this right here. Yeah. I don't want to get flagged on here. I don't want to hit that because then it'll be a copyright. It's you looking at it as copyright. Audio. But it is what it is. So I'm trying to see what type of avatar. I'm gonna keep this avatar probably. I think this is for. I'm gonna use mine for independent thinking series. Let me see something real quick. I'm gonna keep it. I gotta do something different. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna do something different. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. So it's just like I said, but most people they just gonna be who they are and then just act crazy, things like that nature. So I'm not really worried about what individuals are saying and things like that. And then you just have your moments, right? One thing I just feel like why talk about the manosphere? I mean, that stuff is dead, man. It died with me after I left the shit for, I will say, like last year. But stuff y'all talk about is it's not even relevant anymore because everybody's on to it, and people going to say you need it. Yeah, you need male development, but sometimes that's something you got to learn on your own too. Because when I left it and came back, it actually helped me out. But at the time, 2020 was an interesting year, because that was the year I was supposed to come back. But at the time, the pandemic got everybody crazy. Everybody's getting their views up. People's watching you, doing things like that. But then when you start getting into it, it is what it is with your content. So you're pretty much in it. But you got to understand some things you just got to understand that most people, they're just going to be keen to who they listen to, who they're not to. So, but speaking of that, you know, he had some solid points. And I was looking at that. I was like, okay, he had a stream. It was an hour. I know people are not really focusing on what's what. And okay, she's on premieres at 3 p.m. I'm going to talk about her this week, branching off doing her thing, which is a plus. I'm going to talk about it this Thursday. Thursday Thrill's going to be so. I got some shots. I'm going to talk about old girl the uh last week's pineapple show. Not this week's, but last week's pineapple show. We're going to talk about old girl, her narcissistic ass knocking off King Steph. I'm going to clown her ass too. It's a lot of bullshit going on. And let's see. He had another one like cigars and skyscraper. I didn't see that. Who else he had? Legendary DJ Quick. I didn't see that. Okay. For the Culture TV. Think he took it down, but that was what he had. That was a long live stream. That was a long live. That was a long live stream, but you know how it is. He had Ant. Ant done changed his way. You over there with nothing to talk about. Who's she talking about? Oh, what's going on, G? Salute, salute. CW, shut your weak ass up. Or should I call you Agent CW? Shut your weak ass up. You got bodied by Cookie about multiple times. Stop it. Shouts out to Cookie though. But it's just what it is. Niggas is just weak on here. And I'm just like, it's kind of funny because this is like a repeat of history. And I'm just like laughing. Like, man, all this crazy shit going on YouTube, and I think it's actually a good thing. But I've heard Psycho Candy send me a comment. He said the CEOs stepping away from 2023. Now I would love to see that. I don't know if that's accurate or whatever. The big YouTubers haven't talked about it. I'll check it out. I'll read the report if he sent me that email. But and I'll let him know that I got his little comment, and I'm like, all right. And it's just what it is, man. Like, not everybody's going to doubt everybody. You know what I'm saying? But things like that's happening, because the recent changes, this whole site's changing, and they do it all the time. So the internet is changing, media is different, people are coming in, and sports is about to change as well. You already know the new teams are added, and they try and keep that super team, not super team, but super athletes back. something happens to LeBron or whoever or Tom Brady, there's replacements. But that's part of life. You got to deal with replacements and make sure that's going to be the future. But as content creators, or I hate the word content creator, or YouTubers or whatever, you got to understand this stuff is time consuming. Once you do this content, man, do it for years, you understand that this shit can drain you. See, I left it like a 6 year stretch. Did it 3 years straight. This time I will not do it again because there's effort of doing this now. But I'm not gonna do it long term. But if I do it long enough, I've been around and then it'll be off and on. But I'll drop some recording every year. I mean, pre-records is nice. I just don't live stream like I used to. I'll tell them that. Like, if it goes early in the near future, it ain't gonna be a lot of live streams. Now, only live stream I will probably do will probably be Sundays and Thursdays. And I was thinking about that for next year and then here on out, because Wednesday I'm just gonna drop pre-records for y'all. Because I see where the direction is going. Because Wednesday you could just drop it and don't even think about it. Just drop 2 recordings and you're out of there. And Thursday you're gonna talk about your shit. That's how it's gonna be. Because I figured out what my Thursday is gonna be like. But yeah, but Alan Garrett crew and all them people, Courtney, they branching off from Lapeef. They got tired of that bullshit, that relationship talk. It gets stale after a while because you done heard it 1,000 times, and like I said, these females ain't got time to hear that bullshit because that shit will drain the fuck out of them. Because anytime you talk about black women is, black women that, they get tired of that. They get tired of arguing with ignorant niggas on the internet. They don't want to build shit. But George Macon, he says something that's valuable. Like, you should focus on not just killing each other, but the real enemy is right in front of us. Don't give them too much credit. And then the British guy was saying the same thing. I've heard that argument made 10 years ago in the so-called conscious community. I've heard it since I started this second channel, my main second channel, because my main channel got knocked off the same year when this channel was created, because I knew what I was going to do with this channel. Let me talk about my shit. My historical shit matters on this channel. That's why I'm not going extreme like I normally do, but I'm going to keep it intact. But if I do create another channel, it's going to be tech and sports related. Probably do some research, a little bit of opposite of this. But I was thinking about it, but I need a proper studio. I would love to have one and just do something with it because I got all this gear. I'm going to put it to use. But like I said, you got people complaining about there's no content. Well, there's all types of content. I can talk about political content all day, but I ain't trying to do that for money. I just deal with the philosophy aspects and what builds off these conversations, and people get caught up and brainwashed. I wish we could look at clips, but some people get emotional and try to flag and shit. I ain't got time for that. Gotta say fair use of shit. I'm like, oh Lord. Some content creators don't care, but the ones that do care, they ain't really saying much. But I wish that would change though. But you know how it is. Days is kind of dead anyway. But we used to talk about that years ago. I used to go at people in the comment section, the video, talk bad about them, put their name in the title, and just play one clip and clown them. And them days was awesome. I used to do that with GMS all the time with their video clip, and then YouTube try to flag me. I beat the thing, and then they try to put another claim on me. I said, man, I had to delete that shit. I was trying to upload that shit. They was trying to fuck with me, and I said, nah, I can't have when people try to fuck with me over time, because that shit gets old after a while. Because once you get a certain level, you like, nah, y'all not trying to fuck with me. I ain't got time for that. Always beat the system. Never trust it, and it's changing now, because if this person's stepping away, it's gonna be a lot of change. I told you, they're tired of liar coins. See, Google and YouTube, they understand. They don't want this shit to go to waste. They want that bread. They want that bread to be solid in its own foundation. But when you have certain things like that, you understand that most times YouTubers, or what they would call them, content creators, do the most work, but then when they do something shady at the end, that's how they survive or whatever. or cut on a parts of their hand or whatever to survive out here. So basically, people are saying things are watching, things are in motion. You gotta understand that most people are not just in their right minds. You know what I'm saying? Like you really have to have that sentiment of what's going on, right? That's the sentiment that you have to go right on. So it is what it is. The foundational black Americans invented the breakdown. Star going in. Let me look at this shit. Star is hilarious. He be trolling motherfuckers. He's see his style is at weeknights at 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. live from Atlanta. The Star Report. The foundational black Americans invented breakdancing. Man, see, Star be knowing. See, what Star is trying to do, he's trying to piss certain people off because a lot of people get caught up. Like, man, this guy trolling and all that. Yeah, he trolls every now and then, but Star gets under people's skin, bro. I gotta say what's up to Q. She's cool. Damn, she talking bad. She reacting to it. See what she got. Yeah, she got the mic game straight. She got that MV7. Man, Q got it all, man. I'm telling you, she's set up. She's still on that damn USB. She ain't got no XLR, but I'm on the XLR right now. But that's how you start, man. Oh, someone say, hey, back, hey, Lockhart Perspective Podcast. But it is what it is. Someone sent me a shout out in the chat. Cool, 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 cool. But like I said, things are changing, but Sunday Madness is a free for all talk. Y'all know I'm gonna drop the gates eventually. But shouts out to Beef and Brock. I want to say something about last Thursday's draw. I ain't seen that stream. I'll see the replay of that, but let me check out about that stream. He answered me some good questions. I was about to shut it down, but then he asked me about GA. I said, yeah, GA's like that, man. Like, he's overseas, whatever. I told him it's all good, man. But I don't live in Atlanta like I used to, man. Them days is over. But you gotta understand, things happen for a reason. But that's the stuff that you gotta see for yourself, right? And it's a lot of changes being made, but you can't really say much no more because you get caught up and there you are. That's just how it is. That's how it is. The Lockhart Perspective Podcast. I gotta look that up. Lockhart Perspective. I gotta look this up. Perspective Podcast. I gotta look at that up. I gotta look this up. This shit is wow. Uh-oh. Who you got? Who you got? Chill of TLC Bashers. Knockout Perspective Podcast. Who am I? Dr. Felicia Lockhart is the master empowerment coach, teacher, licensed, ordained minister who's down to earth and life changes, has helped many singer. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Check her out. Check her. She saluted me. She saluted me in the chat. Clean that skin. Yeah, I might check her. I might check her out. Shouts out to Q, man. She get doing it big over there. But it's just like I said, like mostly I'm just in here just chilling and thinking about, what's going on. But a lot of things has changed on YouTube. But see, since I'm live streaming like I normally do, because my Sundays is clear, because I always like podcasting on Sundays. I wouldn't say I would say streaming. I wouldn't call it podcast. Most people call it podcast, but it's really streaming. I'm streaming on Sundays. I live stream on Sundays. And I just get it in motion where I feel. But every Wednesday, I'm streaming right now for the summer, but I may drop a pre-record because if I ain't got that much to talk about politically, I will do that. And then sometimes I'll schedule a stream later. It's gonna be brief, but it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do on a stream. So 9 o'clock Eastern and whatever late at night, extend it to another day or whatever. I'll review it. Because if I do a pre-record around 7 something and then the live stream will be pushed back to like, let's just say, I'll say 8:30ish. Probably ended around 10 something or 9 or whatever. It's just something to think about because I'm gonna do something with the content I have and I'm gonna go back to my archives of historical stuff and then I'm gonna talk about it. I might do a recording and just drop it on that day and then make a stream on the same day, because I'll drop it, because I'll record on a certain day and then I'll talk about it. And then the Wednesday comes up and when I schedule a live stream, I'll do that. I have some plans. I have some plans of doing that. But you got certain people gonna follow you, whatever and whatnot. But yeah, man, like everybody's doing their thing, and that's a good thing because you get tired of being a panelist for a minute. Because once I was a panelist like last year, well, actually 2 years, because I was watching, sitting back and hearing all this bullshit going on. But you got niggas acting all crazy and trying to say, "Well, I'm gonna do this to a bitch, I'm gonna do that to a bitch," and them niggas ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. Wasted time. So I was laughing them. They laughed them on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. They clowning these dudes, bro. Don't even mess with that generation. But the video game stuff, everybody's tripping about this Saints Row 2022, and they're pissed. They have a right to be pissed. It's not hipster. To me, I think the game looks metrosexual. That's just me. It's ultra metrosexual, but we ain't gonna get into that. But that's a whole nother topic on that. I'll spill on that in the future. That's a future stream that I'll talk about. Metrosexuality is that a thing? And people get controversial, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. What's going on, degenerate? Salute, man. Salute, salute. And it's just like that. The Slayer himself, the degenerate. But and then people can just get caught up and be like, in this relationship talk. I know Cookie was destroying motherfuckers. She had to get on because I was watching her content too. But shouts out to her, man. Like she great information, but they on Rude's head, man. I call that nigga Rude Dempy. I don't fuck with that nigga. But that nigga get what he get. I don't care anymore because YouTube is what it is. I don't fuck with that guy's content. I don't care about Reg, the peg leg bad guy. He need to calm down, and if he fucks up, Cookie gonna get your ass, nigga. Better calm that shit down. And who watches Reg anyway? I don't even watch him like that. To be honest with you. Got something on my microphone, but hold on for y'all. Yeah. But like I said, people just gonna talk the most oh, you do? Yeah. I don't even watch Peg Leg like that. Peg Leg just be tripping his ass off, man. Like he be saying some wild shit. and nobody watches him really. I mean, I know General say he do, but that's cool. You know, I ain't hating, but I'm just saying I don't even watch dude like that. Like they ain't talking about nothing. To me, that's just an ignorant ass channel. They always argue about black woman this, black woman that. I don't even participate on that shit. It's been some interesting content creating, but you know how people is. That's just what it is. You know, to my hair implants. I just let it go. Once you're bald, let it go. Come on home. People get emotional about that. Yeah, this is gonna be good. But the audience get well acquainted with you. But he said it's people on his panel though that be way too much. Yeah, yeah. I was looking at that. I was like, he's all right. It's a bunch of bullshit on there. I'm like, yeah, yeah. He be having a bunch of bullshit on his panel. Like, ain't nobody got time for that shit. I be watching other shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, nigga be getting some bullshit on this panel. Like, one minute they talk about a good conversation. I heard one of the clips and it by someone else, and then I peeped his channel a few times, and then all of a sudden it goes extremely left. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? You niggas be acting all weird talking about black bitches, this and that. I thought it was about the topic, but y'all didn't even give a shit. But that just shows you how ignorant niggas are, man. Like, anytime a nigga has a conversation about something, that shit's wild, man. Yeah, super sly. Yeah, he's on. Yeah, man. Like that shit's wild, man. A crowd for daddy. Rewind. Okay. But you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny? That you got all these people claiming certain things. Why anybody care, man? Like, it's just funny. Why anybody care? I know sports is in a different direction, everything else. And speaking of entertainment or whatever, I got some. If y'all are fans of battle rap, there's a guy named Pat Stay passed away. He's a Canadian, and I remember watching him back in the day. And I ain't gonna say rest in peace, but I might as well say rest in peace to him. But that shit's wild to me. Like, I said, what did he die of? I was like, that boy died. Like, they said rest in peace to Pat Stay, and I saw this on hiphopisreal.com. That's some crazy shit. I won't read what the comments say what his death was. He said this one's one of the best complete battle rappers even ever. The culture will forever love and miss Pat. May God bless your family and friends and fans. Rest in peace, Pat Stay. Okay, that's King L's. Rest in peace, Pat. May your spirit be alive and your friends. As long as I've been loving the sport, I've never really think of anything like this can happen. Smack should make a battle rapper Hall of Fame or something to honor the legends like Pat Stay and tragedies like this. Oh yeah, yeah. He went to URL later on. But Pat Stay been with King of the Dot for years. Yeah, he's somewhat of a legend. I remember the King of the Dot stuff because I remember used to watching that for years ago before I came back to these blank spaces. And it's just like he passed away before Labor Day. Interesting, but he's a Canadian. He's from Nova Scotia, but but that's the stuff that you hear all the time. So hold on for a second. I'll be right back. Yeah, yeah. I didn't want that leaked in my shot, but pretty much it's the same. So you got people talking about normally in battle rap. I think he was something, because he battled some good names, and I just saw his death on the feed of YouTube. I was like, what the fuck is going on with this? I was like, he's from Nova Scotia, and I was like, he was all right. I was never a fan of his, but he was okay. But when he passed away, you don't know what they died of. It could be that lean or that cancer. I don't know because it could be bad diet. But he said he had a family. Shit's wild. But that's the lifestyle that you chose. I mean, you choose the lifestyle. That is what it is. Let me read what he says. The drama on his panels recently have been going on to GMT's level, or dare I say, beef sector levels of the drama fuckery. I won't even say beef sector levels. I mean, it's always been fuckery. Um, Reg is the shit. Is kind of like he's a reject. They're the reject of the modern day manosphere, so called manosphere. He's not even part of that. They're a bunch of rejects to me. No shots at him, but he's peg leg, man. Like he's a reject. And then he starts shit. Ain't nobody gonna participate in this bullshit. And it's just like, who cares? I mean, he's solid, but it's just useless shit. But the guys on his panels heard his shit. That's what happens. See, last year when I did some shit like that, they was looking for cover. They was looking to scatter and stir up bullshit. But once I got into it and after the pandemic was lifted, um, the pandemic period was lifted and then everybody was trying to get outside and everybody was outside, things got a lot worse. I've been getting double digit views. That's fine because that's pretty much normal because when people support you in the beginning, before you rise, they start coming through your shit. See, I was using StreamYards. You have to understand that. Ever since I start restreaming, people ain't gonna fuck with it. And I respect that, because this is what it is. Some people do and most people don't. But I'm not really tripping about the restream thing. I really don't. Because there's people that have come on panels on this. And I just stopped using StreamYards because I'm not spending no extra $290 every year because they're trying to fuck with my bank account and I ain't got time for that. Need an extra card on that. Because I do have the account. It's a free account, but I'm just not really doing long live streams on that. That's another option, but that's something I will not use. That's sometime in the future I'll think about it, but this one I'm definitely keeping. If I had StreamYards, I would definitely do all my Thursday shows on that. That's just me. Because Sunday shows, I'm doing this. And it's pretty much the same that I do that. But you know how people is. Some people are funny about the streaming servers they be doing and people ain't gonna follow you and shit like that. But it takes a moment. It takes a moment. Some things you just gotta look at it like you gotta take it as a grain of salt. And then most people they be like, all right, we're here and just expect much. And that's just the thing. But oh, she ended her recording. She probably put it on private. Yeah, it was 16 minutes. She put it on private. Good shit. She put that shit on private. Let me see. Tay Keith, $1 million worth of game. Yeah, I gotta watch that. That's later on. I gotta watch that shit. Yeah. Oh, we just spoke up Sunday Mayhem, Sunday Rant. But you know how it is. He's got a rant and people just coming in. But shouts out to Kevin Kelly sharing this shit. But it's no shot at him. I'm just saying, like the peg leg man. You gotta get your shit together, bro. Like a lot of people don't like Reg. But that sector, I mean, if it's on B sector levels, that's cool. But I mean, wherever gets his views, that's it. But that's that merger. I mean, he expected much, but I think a lot of people just gonna look at him like he's crazy. Like, what is Reg thinking? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying anything bad about him. I'm just telling it like it is. Like, dude, nobody really cares. at the end of the day. You expect it to be part of that. But I'll be busy on other time. But some people they just got their motives, man. What's it? Child of TLC. Let me check that stream out. I want to hear what she sound like because I got something interesting going on. Yeah, video walkthroughs. Basically, that's what y'all hear. But that's it. But shouts to the ones I was 4 likes already. All right, cool. But that's what you have. Yeah, I did Thursday Thrills 29. Thursday Thrills 30 is coming. We could have did a lot of Thursday Thrills, but I'm not gonna change my direction to one person. But it's I've been getting double digits. Y'all gotta understand because YouTube is kind of stagnating a little bit, and people not supporting the channel and things like that. And things happen. Things happen for a reason. There was some bullshit on the way. Everybody was getting double digits, and that's been going on for a minute. So y'all gotta understand something. Double digit views was been happening. So they said this nigga plummeted. I said, nah, it just happened. People outside, people got upset and got emotional. And I look back at all the stuff that I got higher views. Well, you gotta understand it was a period. March, I was doing extremely well. So again, it's not easy, man. Like you live stream a lot. Some people live stream all the time. It's not easy. Live streaming is tricky. It's not about live streaming or live streaming less. It's who your support base is. Your support base determines how you're going to get the views and the notoriety and things like that. And that's fine. So I'm not really declining. I'm just saying like shit is just annoying sometimes. But that's YouTube. See, if I was doing pre-records, it ain't gonna get that much views. And like I said, it's not the future, but now pre-records is good, but most people are not pre-recording. You're not getting views like that. You have to understand it's broken. Everybody's live streaming way more than they pre-record. The problem with that is they talking about bullshit. So you got to tweak the system because it's a broken system on here. YouTube is not the future. I've been saying it's not future proof and it's not guaranteed for success. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say anything that's not success. That's just the thing, right? So it's pretty much I'm just saying what it is, what I'm hearing. One thing for certain, people are gonna do their content how they gonna see fit. But you gotta understand that most people could be full of shit sometimes, and then there you are, you're in a situation. But then Kudos like saying that he done made everybody. Well, technically, you made certain people. I give you that. I was watching his old strings. I used to do that last year, and he did make certain people. He didn't make me though, because I already made myself. I just came there just looking for advice, see what he was about. When I first met him, I would say March 6th, 2021. I'll never forget. And this is when Anger Man did not really say nothing because I used to troll his ass from a distance when I was on MOT shit. And I had to bring it up. Mal men are fuck. But that nigga, man. I talked right through his punk ass, man. Ever since then, he didn't say nothing to me. Then the issues went ahead and everything. You already know this year. I ain't gonna get into that. But the nigga's done, man. Ain't nobody fuck with him. And anybody that subscribed and fuck with him, I mean, y'all brainwashed, man. I don't know why y'all love that nigga. That's just me. That's just me. It ain't about views and class for me. But that nigga, like I said, he's somebody. No, he ain't. He's still a fucking nobody. He can't even get 1,000. That nigga cannot get 1,000. See, when I say if you get 1,000 people in the box, I respect that. I don't respect people to get hundreds and all that. That's anybody can do that. Nobody's impressed by 600 people, 400 people, or not. They're not impressed. They want that 1,000 or 10,000. When I say 1,000 into to 10,000 people in the bus, you got their undivided attention. The secret thing is, I see this a lot all the damn time. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. He said, yo, he said, what you think about Fat Joe saying Latinos and blacks created hip hop together? I've been hearing that for quite a while. I don't know if that's true or not. Now I know blacks created, but but he's talking about Puerto Ricans specifically. I've heard Ask Nathan, he's from New York. He's I've heard him say it and a few others. I don't know if I agree with that. It depends. I mean, I give them the break dance and everything else, but I didn't think they create hip hop. No, blacks were very instrumental in creating that. I mean, Puerto Ricans probably had a little hand into it, but I don't think they created like that. They were guests, to be honest with you. But in a way, some people believe you got some people out there up north where y'all from, and shots of the Philly and everybody else, and people on the East Coast, they believe both races created. But it depends. Black people are gonna look at it here like, no, we created. And I've heard pastors say the South created. We don't know. Now, Pastor, I have to disagree with you. The South, yes, we birthed a lot of music, but we did not create rap music. Rap music is a combination of poetry and everything else. But you gotta understand the source of modern, mainstream, or urban. It was founded in Bronx, or if we want to get technical, the East Coast, like Philly or whatever, New Jersey, they had a hand in it. So, yes, I have issues with that. I mean, I used to think like that, but then I realized no, blacks had it very instrumental putting it on the forefront. Puerto Ricans probably was guessed to help us with it, but it was blacks that put everybody on the map, and then Puerto Ricans probably was second behind that. But I believe blacks created. I don't know about the Puerto Rican thing. But that's a New York thing. That's an interesting discussion we may have about rap. But it's sad that people still believe that. I understand it. There's going to be some bias. I'm just letting y'all know that people are going to co-sign what they're going to believe, and it's kind of interesting that people believe that, man. Like, and I'm not really mad if y'all do or not, because I'm not going. I have no dog in the fight, but I do believe blacks had creation of hip hop. It's just I just don't believe Puerto Ricans did anything, because when they say Latinos, I don't know about that. He could be wrong, because I think what's his name? Information Man's got a stream on that. I might check that out when he's talking about their iterations. I'm gonna read this right here. Great question. Great question. Great question. The whole who created hip hop discussion is a waste of time. It's just another way for Tyreek and the FBA people to divide and waste time among the Negroes. Exactly. There you go. I just can't. I just got the general. You need to see that debate with George Macon, the FBA versus the diaspora. I would just come from that debate. What's so funny? The British guy got that punked out by that Jamaican dude, trying and put him in this place though. He tried to school him on some race and white shit. This is so 2012ish type shit. This is so 10 years ago type arguments. I've heard this shit for years, and niggas still haven't changed. They still have not fucking changed. But that's just the beauty of what we hear. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but niggas is crazy. They'll say all types of shit. ADOS, Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans are niggas at the end of the day. Talking about niggas. Yeah, the black ones. Now, the white Puerto Ricans, you got to be careful. We can't call them niggas, because that's a whole nother story on that. They just as bad as white Cubans. They're a question mark right there. And then they try to say they create hip hop. No. Y'all were guests. Now, the black Puerto Ricans maybe, but it depends. I'm not gonna get in that argument with somebody who creates what to me personally, I believe black men had a hand in all of it. It's just he used Puerto Ricans to push for marketing purposes. Now, someone were cool with blacks in the Bronx. That's a tight knit community. See, I can't speak for the Bronx. You know what I mean? I ain't been to New York. I would love to go to New York and visit and see for myself and see what rap's all about. Tell me the history, the names that was there. Show me some pictures. I want to see that, and then I'll believe you, because I ain't gonna say they did it. Show me evidence of that. Don't just say it, just show me. because we know blacks had an instrument of creating it, and then Puerto Ricans were guests of helping them out as well, put them in the forefront. But once upon a time, there was no such thing as a Latino back in the day. They all labeled as blacks. I remember people saying that back in the day. That's some truth to that, but we don't know. So until we see some evidence, hey, I'm not gonna argue with that fact. According to Lord Jamar, he said that Latinos, specifically Puerto Ricans, had a hand in creating it, but only about 10 to 15%. Yeah, they got it from Lord Jamar. See, sometimes you gotta be careful with Lord Jamar. He'll say some shit. He's from Brand Nubian, right? He'll say some shit like that. Now, if y'all going by that argument, that's fine. But me, I just don't buy that. Lord Jamar ought to know that Puerto Ricans were guests. Now he tries to say white people guests. No, they're guests too, because why do you think they took over rap? I would say somewhere around the 90s and shit. They didn't take over rap. They were featured, but they was trying to do their own thing. So rap has been distorted for years. So it's like black man done gave it. Everybody else cherish it. It's pretty much the same. And Tariq had his feel. Tariq Nasheed Nabudi, whatever his name is, but we ain't gonna get into that. Fuck that nigga. He's a clown. He just want to be saying, then he trying to say, I'm an Indian, I'm an Indian, and all that shit. Like, stop it. You just a nigga that came in America or cast away out of your own country. So, but you got dudes like that. You got Tariq like that. You got people that expect things to come fruition with that. As a black man in America, especially in the South, I, music don't really bother me. I think rap had its course, man, but drill music or crunk music, yeah, we created crunk music in the South, but the style of what you say, drill music is crunk music if you really listen to certain lyrics and certain beats. And then drill music, yeah, Chicago had a hand in what's his name? Young Chop. I don't know if he's out of prison or whatever, or out of jail. He had a hand in that. And then after that, the modern drill and all the other shit is watered down and it's gone now. So it's pretty much you're dealing with the same thing over and over again. So, see his next comment. He said, well, the black Puerto Ricans and I guess mixed Puerto Ricans. Yeah, I would say the black Puerto Ricans have a hand in it, but the mixed Puerto Ricans, I don't know, man, because it's a question mark. Because some people will say, do they have a hand in creating hip hop? A little bit, but they wasn't the founding fathers of it. It was black man. They studied it, and then they did the break dance and stuff. But I would love to see. Devin Wade talks about it, and guys from Jersey and what's the name, Puerto Rich. I would love to see them speak on that. That's a great conversation to have. That's a great topic to have. I will probably put some pictures. Did they create rap music? It's a great discussion because I've did something like an open chat to say, is that true? And Kuda talks about his Dipset days, but dude, I like Dipset, but Locks destroyed their ass. When I saw that verses, they destroyed their ass. I had to fall back on certain things, but they 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 destroyed their ass, man. I said, Kuda got to take that L. Much as I love Dipset, Cameron fucked that up. Cameron's emotion got the best of him, and then I unified. But shouts out Ask Nathaniel. He said that. I watched his stream when he talked about what happened. He said everybody knew Cam was going to lose. Got destroyed. They're divided. Jimmy and all them. He's like, he tried to tell people in the chat. He said, man, get the fuck out of here. See, I listen to New Yorkers that know what they talking about, especially the older ones. They give you the game that most of this shit is commercial, you know? And they gonna pick who's the valuable winner. But if you're rhyming and street rhyming and doing all types of shit, you expect much. That's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Like I've really have no use of saying anything else. But that's just rap. It's pretty much like you're in here. And that's what I've been saying the longest. But I know people ask me that question. That's a great question, because to me, I say the black man still created it. It's just the Puerto Ricans was probably guests. That's all it was. But I ain't saying they the fathers of it too. You know, some people believe that. I used to believe that at one time, but then I said to myself, "No, I'm like, man," and because Puerto Ricans weren't even mentioned later on. Because one time they label as one, some law changed that in New York, but that's a whole nother topic. I ain't gonna get into the racial formalities of are they our people or not. See, that goes back to the 70s, 60s, and 40s, 50s and 40s, all the way up there to see what our problem is. But we still ain't unified, and everybody's got problems. It is what it is. We ain't gonna get into that. Let's see what the dinner talking about. Tariq and his fanboys really annoy me. I still just don't understand why do people listen to this guy. Well, you gotta understand they're fez wearing niggas. Um, they spew the same bullshit they did 10 years ago and claiming they're Native American or some bullshit. That's what kills me about them. And you know what they do with those fake UCC laws, like those rednecks, and they get caught up in prison. There they are getting locked up. They worse than those people in the Nation of Islam, man. They're fraudulent. Good information about history about our people, but they just spin it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? I watch all three of Hidden Colors on this very website and other places, other sources. It's kind of sad but true. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta be mindful of that. Drill music, its old Chicago days, was basically just more aggressive trap music. Would you say that? No, it's crunk music. Technically, the Chicago drill music is crunk music. If you listen to the old crunk music, certain beats, they birthed that. And then Young Chalk figured it out what crunk music was. Trap music is just bullshit music. There's no such thing as trap music. I call it crunk music because drill music is a combination of all those two. Because drill is kill music. Basically, that's all they talk about is killing, drugs, and bullshit. Because crunk was the same thing. They get drunk and they get high and they start fucking up people. We talking about early 2000s and those years, and then the 2010s. That's violent years. Now it's more like a mix of electronica house mixed with the techno, um, sort of like a house music vibe, drill music. What we're saying now, you still got people rhyming through the drill. It's like a few people I know. I think it's Yellow Beezy and Fredro Bang and a few other people. You got everybody doing it now with the auto tune shit. That's the norm now. So it's pretty much like you got people still talking about it, but don't understand that's a factor of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's pretty much the same. You get this stuff all the time and you expect me to be a part of it, but you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the gates are open. I got it pinned. If y'all want to come up, that's fine because this may be 2 to 3 hours. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Because if not, I'll check out Information Man, talk about that discussion about hip hop and what's his name, Fat Joe. That's gonna be an interesting discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like I would love to see that. It's pretty much the same, but but shouts out to everybody, that came through. And like I said, that's an interesting discussion. I may talk about that in passing on an open stream. I might do one. I don't know if I want to do one tomorrow, but I may surprise y'all on Labor Day weekend. And we're going to talk about I did a Labor Day stream. Hold on. I did a Labor Day stream. I might do a pre-recording for y'all. I may surprise y'all Monday. I might do one tonight. Talk about a Labor Day stream. Because I might do one later. I might keep the stand up for just a bit. And I might do a recording for y'all before I even get into other stuff. But it's pretty much it. But you know what I'm saying? But if y'all want to come up, I'm here. So you know what I'm saying. But yeah, let me step away. I'm gonna get some refreshments. I'll be right back. Just give me about 2 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, back back with another one. Back at another one. Okay, had to get some refresh. I think that Pastor $40 was trying to say that there was black southern scat singing blues groups that were rhyming in the early 1900s, but basically talking about a precursor at best. Yeah, he was. He was. He worded the title. I understand what he's talking about. He's talking about doo-wop and all that stuff. Yeah, I in a way you could say that. To be fair, we're talking about modern. We're talking about modern rap, just hardcore poetry lyrics. Yes, it was created in Bronx, but in the South, now I do agree with him a little bit. Yes, we probably create other genres, birth music. Yes, and then some of the people migrate up in New York. To be fair, we understand Harlem, Temple Hodge, and all that. I think Old Dirty Bastard, rest in peace to him. He said something like that too. Yeah, there's some truth to that. Harlem had an influence, but you got to understand. But when mainstream saw Bronx and that fucking video, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother animal because people still gonna believe that. It's hard to believe, but he's right on a little bit. But when it comes to actual precursor at best, absolutely. He has to understand people ain't gonna buy that. That's why people gonna debate him on that. Everybody's so used to the Bronx, New York shit. That's the problem. But if they had a whole history, it was called something else before what created rap. Now, house music has some influence creating modern rap now, like Mr. Fingers and things like that. But I can go on and on about actual content and things like that. But people don't understand. But that's modern music, right? But you know how it is. But and also the rhyming in those groups were pretty different. What that the New Yorkers were doing in the 70s. Yeah, they was doing it. It was a combination of that people up in Harlem and whatever they was doing it. And it's just like what I said. You know, I was saying the same thing what you just wrote. It's pretty much like you have these conversations and people don't talk about them as much. It becomes a problem over time. But then again, you got to be mindful of what you're dealing with. Some people don't understand that that type of style back then was a little different. And what they call it, doo-wop. Doo-wop is a part of that. It birthed a lot. It's a combination of a lot of stuff, poetry. And now what you see now is hardcore lyrics. And then later, what they would call hip hop. Now, DMX broke down, there's a difference between rap and hip hop. Hip hop is a lifestyle, not a genre, but it's a sub. Let me tell you something. It's a subgenre of rap, but it's also a lifestyle. Hip hop's a lifestyle. He said that to that white boy, that white Puerto Rican. He told me he was rapping. Rest in peace to him. He said it is a lifestyle. Rap is the real genre. There's a difference. They get it confused. White folks get it confused, and Jews and white folks get it confused all the time. So-called white people and Jews get it confused all the time, but they always try to use that to try to say they created, but they didn't create shit. We created it. It's our shit. We create all these genres. It's just we don't get the credit. Certain stars, you know what happened to them and their deaths. There's evidence there. There's knowledge there. You know what I'm saying? But it's pretty much, people have that argument. But Pastor Floyd does. I know exactly where he's coming from. He's coming from a place that I used to believe, but you gotta understand, most people ain't gonna buy that. He's from the South, and we had some influence. Other places have influence. It wasn't just the South; it was a combination of a lot of people. So yeah, I ain't gonna discuss with those individuals that debate and argue with them about it. No, because there's tension there. You know what I'm saying? I just keep it 1,000. It turns into other shit. You know what I'm saying? People act like I didn't know what I'm talking about. I'm done. I'm done arguing. Ain't got time for it. If it ain't topic based, I'm not gonna argue with you about that. I'm gonna let that shit slide. Like I said, I ain't letting nothing slide. I said, nigga, you need to get a life. Stop talking to me, wasting your fucking time. It's pretty much like you got niggas be acting crazy over here. The fuck is going on, bro? There's something right here, channel. White noise, white noise, white noise. Yeah, you hear things like that in a minute. Yeah, I had to pad that up because I know there's a voice trying to leak. Yeah, yeah, get my interface down, but like I said, yeah. See if George Macon's on point. Yoki Stir, I believe she's Latina. Yoki Stirrup, I think she's Latina. I don't know. I be watching her videos. She be got all types of guns. He said, "Beware of the black bozo." What about the N word? The Hood blogger. I'm subscribed to his channel. He talks about what's going on in Philly and rap. The game fires back if it's in raw and uncut. I ain't gonna get into that. Game needed to get somewhere and sit down. Ain't nobody listening. You and me, because they used to be somewhat cool. Buster done got old. Who really created hip hop? Fat Joe and Busta Rhymes are wrong. Yeah, shouts out to Information Man. He was saying that like I gotta check that out because I said what 5:15. Yeah, I'll check that out. I will definitely check that shit out. But it is what it is. Shouts out to Nadia. Shouts out to Nadia. But I had to stream. But I'm kind of in the mood because. But your boy Rudempi's on trial on the nigga trial. I call it the nigga trial. I don't call it the trial. I call it the nigga trial. He's on the nigga trial. They call him the P file. And they try to say it wasn't true. Bullshit. They deflected. That nigga's on trial, man. Like, come on. At 12 years old, he said he didn't know about it. It doesn't matter because once the bitches got your information, you participate in it. Because I don't fuck with dude. He get what he get. And people see the evidence and they try to say they trying to document. He said, I'll go stand on and all that. He was over at GMT's, man. I saw that nigga shit. And then it got derailed. It got derailed. Jalen and old boy derailed it. What's his name? Leonard derailed it. But this, what's his name? Passos, whatever his name is. Dude, you're a clown, bro. Why are you arguing with a guy that drinks Blue Stripe all the time and that loves house music? Now, I have no problem with house music, but my God, the guy with Blue Stripe, talking about his medals and shit. He say he live here in Georgia, but I just leave that nigga alone. I don't trust the nigga, but I I just let him. I just let him be. Everybody can't say let him. Well, why you argue with him? You fall for this game. Like he comes there to fuck with you. Him and Mr. Research, not Mr. Research, Mr. Real Estate. They always fuck with niggas like y'all. You act like clowns, bro. And that's what happens when you get on the internet, man. Like they're gonna get the best of you. They're gonna get the best of you. But they're gonna get the best of you. But it's just what it is, man. Like I just see for what it is. I know Kuda might disagree and try to say, "Well, them niggas is not rapping like that once before." But Kuda, you're in Thailand, man. You can't expect no rap battle or anything else. What are you doing? What are you doing? In motion. You know what I'm saying? But that's how we got it. But you're in motion. But you got niggas believing rap was created. What's his name? Busta Rhymes, Fat Joe, all them guys. I gotta check that stream out with Information Man. Yeah, I'll be listening in or whatever. I might check it out. I might be in the clouds in the chat room for that. Yeah, because I gotta finish what I got on this that my handheld game that I got from the PlayStation Portable. That's pretty much it. So it is what it is. But you got this stuff, and then you come in here and be like acting like everything's all wild so for the moment. So it's pretty much it. But again, that stuff is just I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but you know how it is. But when you look at things like that, you expect more from most people. And you'd be like, all right, we here and just expected more and more or less. I'm not really surprised what's going on right now on YouTube and things are changing and heard about the CEO says she's stepping down or whoever's stepping down. It's pretty much it. And that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. Because when you look at it for so many months longer, you just get into it and just like expect so much, and hear the white noise, and then that's the white noise in it, and then you just do it whatever. The chief business officer, yeah, the CEO. Okay, and it's pretty much like it's just wild. It's crazy, man. Yeah, a lot of things is changing on the site, but you know how it is. People leave all the time, and then that's why I step in. But it's probably for political reasons, because And I was looking at this people tripping off the Saints Row game. They're tripping off of it. That's just it's just crazy. What's going on, Tampa? Salute. And I'm just not feeling it. But shouts out to Beef and Brock. He was talking about Atlanta. Like, dude, like if you want to live anywhere in Georgia, like Atlanta, just pay your taxes on time. You're good. And people move here left and right. I try to tell them, like, if you want to live in Buckhead, be my guest, man. It's not worth it. East Atlanta is just where it's at. But if he wants to live on the West End, it's gentrified, it's assimilated, but you gotta understand that you just got to protect yourself. But in reality, the West End is and the West Side of Atlanta is all right. It's already changed. It's already been far removed what we've seen in so many words. So that's the thing that you're dealing with in so many words. So everybody's been so far removed after that. So and that's the thing about what's going on and whatnot. And you got people just saying it, but I gotta watch that stream. I gotta watch that Thursday Thrills. What was that Thursday Thrills that I had? It was Thursday Thrills 29. Yeah, shouts out to Beef and Brock, man. He came through. Salute to the brother, man. I've seen him in the chat. I salute him all the time at a Ramil's, whatever. Yeah, it got some decent views, but it's 29. Yeah, it's 2 days ago. I was like 2 days ago. It was like last week, 2 days ago. But it is what it is. He said, "Heard Atlanta's trading." Yeah, Atlanta's always been like that. It's just it's booming because people's coming in after the pandemic, And I try to tell them, and I think I said it on this stream, they're always working. You know what I'm saying? They're always moving. So it's like out of all the other cities, you can't compare. You're always doing so. You got to do something. If you can make it out there, and I told them the top 5 markets were based off drill music. I found that out 2019 by this guy that was interviewed. What's his name? Cottonmouth. But the dude stopped the interview a little bit and told him there's top 5 markets talking about rap. And he mentioned the Bay Area. He said New York. He said Chicago, and he said Atlanta and Dallas. And the reason he said that is one of the top 5 markets. And what he was saying in music right now in the 2010s, that style of rap, nobody fucks with the Chicago style of music, but it still is beneficial in the New York area, all 5 boroughs in the tri-state area, and also in the Bay Area as well. Because yeah, they got the hyphy move, but they still fuck with that drill sound. Now you got Atlanta with the crunk music birthed the drill sound through Young Chop. He understand that's why he's in Atlanta right now, because years ago he adopted it, from Chicago. Then and it's kind of funny that he came to a state that birthed his style for him. He created the drill style, which you would say the Midwest, And then the Southern style, he mixed the crunk beats and all that. He mastered his beats for certain people. So I was looking at that. I was like, that's factual. And then Dallas, the new style, which you see now in Texas, Dallas always had it in Deep Ellum and all that stuff. A lot of people come through there, and then the own Dallas people can't even go there because of reputable reasons. But he says like a mob like town. This true story about Dallas. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing about learning these things. And I was learning about that like 3 years ago before I came in these black spaces. I mean, Cottonmouth was actually telling the truth, and other people was like, that's just what it is. And that's just what it is. And I think most people got to understand where coming from that perspective. I saw an interview that was an hour long 3 years ago. It was Mark. This is why I was in Atlanta, and then he broke that down. He was actually talking about drill music in the top five marketing in that. The marketing aspect, why they market rap, what it is now. It's pretty much he was absolutely right, man, because most people they just don't want to deal with that fact. That's just the stuff that you deal with, you know? Got the white noise and all that. The white noise. Yeah, tone it down. The outro, the output. But but that's what I gotta say on that. But yeah, we talked about rap and other things for like the whole hour. A combination of a lot of things. The bullshit. It's free for all discussion. Y'all can come up if y'all want to or not. That's cool. Because this may be a 2 hour. May not be a 3 hour, but it may be a 2 hour. Because if the concert is good, I can extend it to 3 hours and then stop it right there. So it's pretty much it. So, you know. Yeah, people's going on cars honking and shit. Man, I can't stand that when they try to do that. I know y'all don't hear it, but I hear it from the background. They need to cut that bullshit out. These fucking idiot ass neighbors. They fucking stupid sometimes. But that's what happens when you don't have a treated environment, they would say. And but yeah, Bakuda, he said something yesterday morning, or he was a couple hours ahead of us, but it was like in the morning where he's at in Thailand. It's pretty much he said he was gonna live out there, but because he starts streaming in the morning. Well, that was his dream. That was his dream. Because he always came in the afternoon and stream or at night. But he got his dream. He got his wish. So it's pretty much the same. 16-bit remake. Shouts out to Gino with that 2 hour. Thai City Underground. Uncut Underground. Interesting. He called it the underground, said the logic sphere. He's still the logic sphere, but shit. That's that's some wild shit. But shouts out to him though. The South created rap. Now everyone wants to steal it. The way he titled that, he got some views, but it's kind of controversial. What zero accountability looks like posting a thirst trap. I haven't got that bitch told, bro. Let me delete that. Yeah. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. I know. I know. It's 5 hours. Yeah. See, by association, you can get 5 hours with double digit views. Man, I'm just like, it happens sometimes, but I've been on this thing for a long, long time. So what you think about Ramil and Tasi's new platform? Oh, interesting. Interesting. That's a great, and shouts out to him, but that's a great platform. I figured they was gonna come together because this thing is eh, that I've been saying it. They'll get the numbers, and this will double it. What's a new platform again? Because I haven't seen it like they call it Uncut Underground. Yeah, yeah, I like it. They call it yeah. So that's their thing. So that makes sense. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's a good platform. But see, I knew it was Uncut and Underground. Hell yeah. That's they. The Logic Fizz thing that he had to drop that shit. He got tired. I guess he got tired of Taz's little Tasmanian fuck devil, whatever his name is, or so-called GOAT exclusives. Little pussy boy, they would say in my patois Jamaican slang. Let me stop. Let me stop. I'm acting ignorant on you. Don't pay me no mind. Oh man, but that dude's a clown, man. He's a whole clown, man. Man, you got bodied. You got bodied by Rude Dempy chasing your weak ass, and fuck both of them niggas anyway. They nobodies. Then you got a slut over there calling herself, I'm the first lady. Man, sit your ass down. Ain't nobody. You wanted, you know what she wanted last year? She's been on two of my streams. And what she has, she was looking for cover. She don't give a fuck about nobody but her damn self. She's a hoe, man. She's a passer. Ain't nobody studying her. She got bodied by Cookie. Yeah, you put that in the chat. Good, good, Jared. Good. Yeah, y'all subscribe to that platform. Reply. Yeah, let me show that. Yeah. Y'all subscribe to that. Y'all subscribe to that. Yeah, man. That's a great look. That's a great look. It's a great look for them because I sound boxy already. That hypercardioid sound, man. Like y'all know y'all getting this boxy sound. It's an hour, but when 2 hours come in, if someone comes up, I'm gonna switch. Get into my smoothness. I'm gonna switch in a minute, but you know what I'm saying. But I've been talking this for like an hour. Let me do something real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this down. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, yeah. I had to set this one back. Hold on for a minute. I had to set that one back for a minute. I had to set that one back for a minute. I had to lean back for a minute. Ooh, straining my neck for a little bit. I had to get off the other microphone. Hyper to super duper cardioid. My smooth mic. I got my smooth mic. It's a handheld. Man, I love this motherfucker. When I hear the playback of this thing is beast. People act like they acting crazy on here, but you know how it is. But I gotta hear myself. I gotta hear myself talk on that Thursday Thrills, man, with Beef and Brock, man. I was giving them some good information, what's going on, but it's not the same. But people getting the picture. They're getting the bigger picture of what they're seeing right now. So as you can tell, that's the stuff that you got to look at. You know, normally you just have your things in motion and be like, all right, you know, I just put it in lightly, and that's what it is. So that's what you see and what you're going to get. But one thing I can tell y'all, there's so many words going into play. you expect much that's going to go in, but I'm not really tripping off anything. But I think Kuda was upset that people don't give him credit. Like, so that's the problem with him. He has to understand people ain't gonna give a shit about you, man. You can't just expect people to give you credit, but and he said some few words and pissed some people off in the chat, of course, and they was talking about that stuff. But Kuda was doing his thing, but that Manifestor stuff is holding you back. Nobody cares about that shit. That shit's dead, and I'm glad. But shouts out to Ramil and Tasi again with the Uncut Underground, the Mr. LBM Coliseum himself, and Mr. Logic Sphere united in the Uncut Underground. The teachings of manhood, real manhood, and power. But you got niggas out here acting crazy and act like they doing something, but them niggas ain't doing nothing. They ain't doing nothing. Nothing. They are doing nothing. Nothing unusual. They doing nothing. They doing nothing. But you know what I'm saying? Go straight for life, motherfucker. Let me put this over here. Let me switch, cause y'all familiar with that, but I'm gonna switch on avatars for y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna add something. Yeah, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch. But y'all niggas gonna respect this. Y'all niggas gonna respect this. It is what it is, nigga. It is what it is. It is what it ain't. But you niggas gonna respect this. You're gonna respect the knowledge, nigga. It is what it is what it ain't. Do 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 dee do dee do dee dee do dee do dee dee do dee do dee dee do dee do dee. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. Da 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 da. But it is what it is, It's Grove Street for life, nigga. I'm gonna be C Bono in a bit. I know y'all don't like C Bono. Y'all don't love C Bono. I know you niggas don't like C Bono. Y'all don't like C Bono. He said, sir, you got C Bono on the avatar screen. Yeah, I had Grove Street for life, nigga. GSF, fool. Orange Grove for life, motherfucker. He always say that to the gangsters when I play this game all the time, especially the one I'm playing the 360 version. That's the one I had a PS3 and I gave that away to somebody. I didn't like it, but it's the same version as the 360. They have the armor bar upside down, the L bar across. I miss the original. I may purchase that probably next month. I may purchase that. That's the one I'll probably purchase from eBay. I'll try to find it. Might purchase it this month. You never know. I was looking for a microphone. I said, I'll wait on that. It's a distance mic, but it's I'm gonna use it for Sundays and whatever. But but this one I got right now, man, I love this shit. This shit sounds smooth as a motherfucker. And the other mic I'm about to get, it's a cheapie. Make some adjustments. I may use for Wednesday. But I'm so used to the SM48, I might use that as a panel mic or whatever. But I've used both of them at the same time, and then SM58, I have the 58, and then I go V3 on y'all asses at the tail end and see what it's like. I'm gonna experiment. I may use that for Wednesdays, for streams or whatever. But yeah, I got the 58 on the other one. It's a clear sound, but you know what I'm saying. But But this one right here, man, I think it's my Thursday mic and also my Sunday mic for now. But this is my Thursday mic. But you hear the tonality difference. But man, on the Sunday Madness, man, I gotta talk smooth with the super duper cardioid. I gotta stop saying talk about mic talk. I'm acting crazy right now. Let me stop. Let me see what's in the chat. Niggas acting crazy. Yeah. He said about GTA. Yeah, GTA, it's a whole nother story, degenerate, man. Like I'm still on my Liberty City stories, the lore kick. After I complete that, I'm gonna play the definitive version of GTA 3. I played the original GTA 3 4 years ago. I believe it was 4 years ago, 2018, 4 years ago, and then I 100% it on my PS4. I got that from the store, and then they kind of shut that one down. So I'm playing the definitive version, what they've changed and not changed, and I'm gonna play that extensively a lot. So yeah, GTA, they still making the game, so but they're pissed about Saints Row 2022. But let me see this real quick. He said, "What's your favorite GTA?" My favorite GTA is San Andreas. That's my favorite one. That's my favorite one of all time in the 3D era. Now HD, I do like GTA 5. I like that one as well because they both on the West Coast. Because my top three, I will have San Andreas, number 5, GTA 5, and what's the other third? My third one, this is a good one. GTA 3 as well. GTA 3 is my third favorite because even though Claude's in my top 5, yeah, that's my top 3 favorites. But my main favorite is San Andreas. Then there's GTA 5, then GTA 3. That's it. Top 10, you already know it's GTA 4 right behind Liberty City Stores and GTA 4. That's it. Those are my top 10. But the protagonists, I gotta have a tier list for y'all. I may do a tier list to talk about them. And I might do that for Sunday Madness. I might do that. I might share a screen and may do that. Because I play them a lot. And I'll speak on it way more than anybody else. So it's just like I said, I'm on the 360 version of this right now. I beat the definitive edition of the San Andreas. It's okay. The only thing I hate about it is the combat system. That's pretty much it. A lot of people think it's the graphics. No, the combat system is just terrible. It's not to my liking, but everything else I did good. And I'm gonna tell you something about the AI. The AI is sped up. They fixed the AI in missions for the players, but outside of that, it's sped up. I can tell way of playing it, but when you play the original version, it's not sped up. Rockstar was tweaking this game. They're trying to push that GTA 5 feel. You know what I'm saying? But that GTA 5, I still love that game because I can 100% that so easily. Story's excellent. I don't care for the online. I separate that. That's a totally different thing. But the story and the characters are all right. Franklin's like my number 1 on there. Number 2, Trevor. Number 3, Michael's okay. He's like my least favorite, but he's actually my favorite outside of the other GTA characters. He's in my top 10 too. I'll explain why with his stealth shit. I use him as my crash dummy, technically. Not Trevor. Trevor's a different type of a stunt double that I use him. I use him to kill cops and everything else, but Michael is my crash dummy. When I can't get a hold of 2 characters, I use him to level it out. But then Franklin does everything with the street racing, the hood shit. We go to Franklin with that. Man, I've been watching GTA content since White's Network TV had that 24/7, and I've been watching it for like a while, and people are doing a thing. So it is what it is. Like you see it, you come with it, and it just goes for it. I know people do get mad because I did on the left. I mean, it's just wild right now. People not interested in hearing it, but that's okay. I don't give a shit. But that's what you deal with. And that's what you deal with. That's what you deal with. Let me see something real quick. He got Zelda. He got everything. Say no to fake apologies. Who's this bitch? Oh man, another bunch of bullshit, right? Multiplayer. Busted. I have a video you deleted. Queen of receipts. Who's this shit? Everybody's doing their content, man. It's beautiful. GTA 5 story mode. Rush gamer. Oh, I ain't studying. He's fucking around. Why they always speed run? Man, stop with the bullshit speed run, man. Y'all motherfuckers is lame for doing that. We got a speed run. Oh, let me stop with the bullshit, bro. Everything wrong with Game Lonely. Everything wrong with Game Lonely. Male try hard. I ain't heard that word in a minute. Try hards. They call him try hard. He's a try hard. Yeah, he's a try hard. He's a boo boo. And no. Singing that. What's his name? Future. Coding crazy. They got that in the song too. They got that in the song too in GTA 5. He's a coding crazy. Talking about his alcohol with the codeine in it. Scissor. He's like, I can't get another coding crazy. Do. Oh. Let me stop. I'm acting ignorant right now. I'm acting ignorant right now. It said, don't do that. You got the wrong house full. Hey, big smoke. Y'all chill. He's a CJ. He's, oh my dog, what's up? You okay, man? Kept laughing. Yeah, I got a lot of watch laters, man. Coding crazy. He's, I'm out of town at the moment. Okay, let me read this. Hey, they done Atlanta theme with GTA. If not, then you can see Rockstar's doing one. Yeah, they trying the one. They did something like that with the Midnight Club series. They mentioned Atlanta, or whatever. But you but out of town at the moment. Oh, okay. Yeah. They'll eventually do that in the future. Because the new GTA 6 is basically one of those games that it's gonna be like that in the future. They include everybody, so this is a process. And they try to say it's gonna be just like GTA. No, it's not. Y'all don't know shit. Rockstar's not doing that multiplayer because you already heard the news about Ubisoft gonna cut the multiplayer off on the Assassin's Creed series. So they're gonna fuck up a lot of things in the single player as well. So that'll affect everybody. Y'all make sure y'all have your accounts moved or whatever. It's for Family Junction. Okay, cool. But like I said, if you notice, that's the thing that they're trying to push. So Ubisoft is doing some things like that, and then Rockstar's going to do something similar. Get away from multiplayer because there ain't no money in it. A lot of people say it used to be money. No, it's cheap, but back in the day, it's not a lot of money in it. It never was. Just open up servers and then they kill them, be on the shelf life, they would say. See, what's the point having it if y'all not going to purchase anything? But that's the greed that we deal with. Get my little zip pack. So, oh shit. Speaking of microphone, I just talked it up. SM58. I got that on deck. I don't even use it a lot, but a lot of people love that mic. I'm glad I purchased it. I got it on sale. I got it for $94. It actually costs $100, $104. I got it for $94. It was on sale. It was like 89 something, but then I got it for $94. It was a good bargain. Yeah. But I got this one in hand, like y'all hearing now. It's pretty much like it's awesome, man. Like the smoothness. Ooh-wee, the smoothness is here. But you got people out here hating and crazy. But they keep forgetting that I am the Mike O God of Links, extraordinaire. So hold on for a minute. I ain't gonna lean into the mic when I talk now. Got my hand held, so I gotta see what's going on. And then switch it on y'all. But the tonality difference, but it is what it is. And I got the other one on deck right now, so yeah, it's got a switch. I love this one. I might have to use this on panels more. It's got its own cord and everything. Everybody said they like those microphones. I said, yeah, I got one in my hand that I like. And it's the smoothness of this shit, awesome. You know what I'm saying? But that's the beauty of it, But this one right here that I got, it's just like, it's amazing. Yeah, all of them are amazing. I got one on down here. Got the silver. Put this on the panel. Put it on deck. Put it in the plug and just pull it right in. It's on a switcheroo, but it's got the, you turn it on and off, and you're talking, and then just, yeah. I said, this thing got a USB? Yeah, it's got a USB. It's set like that. And it's like a tank, and a lot of people like it. And that's how you got to look at it in so many words. But yeah, I've always had the mics. I know people say, "Sir, quit talking about the mic. You sound like Coda, man. You sound like Coda. You sound like Coda." And then I'll never forget when they try to troll him and they changed his name to Cuda to Puda. See, I remember shit. It was over at Bernie Poge's bullshit. Bernanke, not so reliable, aka Bernard Riley's punk ass. But it is what it is, man. Like it's just so funny to see people what it is. What's going on, Toya? Salute. Toya, the ultimate Texan in the building. But that's what it is. But yeah. Let's see what's going on in here. Yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, because Labor Day weekend is kind of like, I ain't gonna do much, because I know it's the holiday, because I'm focused. I ain't got much. So I'm done with GTA. I mean, not GTA. I'm done with Witcher 3. So on PlayStation, not so much. It's gonna be GTA all month. I ain't worried about PlayStation. All I got is Watch Dogs. I don't do that in one day. I don't change my schedule now. I'll do that probably every Thursday. My PS4 and shit. That's all I'm playing now. I'm done with Witcher 3. I'm tired of that shit. I got on my nerves. It was cool, but I lose faith in it. I'm on GTA right now. I'm playing different games and then switch back and forth between the lores and everything. That's what I'm gonna start doing. But then I got my handheld. Once I get done with Liberty City Stores, I'm gonna play GTA 3 and then go back and play the San Andreas one, for lore purposes, connection to the game and things like that. I already played Liberty City Stories, and that's just it's beautiful, you know, and it's a beautiful thing because I know people are just coming in. But yeah, yeah, I understand. I understand. Chocolate with Doctor T. Hassan Johnson. Black male image in American politics. Oh, who cares, man? Like, y'all care about that shit. I mean, I respect it, but my God, y'all, nigga, y'all hurting y'all damn selves on this internet shit. The images is what it is, and y'all tainted with it. It's just the same old shit. We won't have to look at that. Let's see what Kuda talking about. He uploaded 4 new videos and all that. He probably put that on private because it got some controversial takes to it. But you know how it is. You know how it is. Let me see. Podcast. Perspective podcast. Bashes black men and support interracial dating, a new thing. Oh, it's not a new thing. I gotta check her stream. I see what she sound like. Why pastors are burning out. I don't like pastors. A bunch of clowns, you ask me. I don't care about the church, but we'll see a podcast. This is showing now. I'm on the panel. Trucker has 2 wives and 6 kids, and it costs him more than for that. Yeah, she's kind of a Christian. We'll see. Brittany B. But oh, she messed with Anton. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I used to troll Lapeef. I don't know. Go back. Let me view the channel. Man, she got a lot of videos. Her name is Felicia Lockhart. Yeah, I'll give her a chance. I'll give her a chance. I won't have to look at that manosphere leading men astray. I gotta look at that. Yeah, she's nice to me in the chat. I ain't gonna do it like that. I had thoughts, but something told me don't do it. Something told because I don't know what she's gonna be like. Yeah, I give some of these females a chance. I'm not gonna try to. I'm gonna be respectful. I gotta be respectful because I gotta be that dude. They have some manners. My mother raised me right, so yeah, this shit is wild. I got fired 81 vid. Well, see, on my end, it's not easy, but y'all gotta understand, like being on YouTube this long, it'll fuck with you psychologically because sometimes YouTube is doing the algorithms fucking when people lose interest in you, and that happens. I'm not trying to be on tour. I'm not trying to do that. That shit gets on my nerves every now and then people be like, all right, this nigga ain't talking about nothing. He on some bullshit. But you know how it is. Niggas, they see you doing something and that's it. It's 2 hours in because, I don't know if I'm going to shut this down right away I'll give it a chance. But why is not toilet coming up? Shouts out to her. Yeah. Did she retract them? Damn, what's not coming up? I gotta see something for a minute. I gotta see something for a minute. I gotta see something for a minute. 'Cause this shit's wild. Okay. I gotta see something for a minute. Your videos. Cause a lot of times, YouTube be fucking with my shit. They fuck with people's subscribers and shit. So it's pretty much like I understand, because it's a broken system that they have, and then a lot of people stepping away and things like that. But shouts out to the people though, you know, and appreciate the 5 likes, man. Like, hey, you're doing something. But people get tired of you after a while, and they be like, all right, this nigga's acting crazy. It's getting emotional. It's going insane. Okay, I see it. Okay. She retract one. I see it now. Yeah, let me take this down. That's ridiculous. Yeah, sometimes I gotta refresh this shit. I gotta refresh it because anytime you don't refresh this shit, it'll be all right. But on live stream, I can't refresh it. Now I'm live because I'm talking to y'all, and this shit is wild, man. But yeah, I will go on when it gets to the 15-minute mark, and I'm gonna cut it because I don't think nobody's coming through because it's one of those Sundays. It's a holiday because you know how it is. But I'll schedule for next Sunday. We're gonna talk about certain things, and people probably gonna come through. Because Thursdays, I usually get it in, because y'all can see me this coming up Thursday. I got the screenshots. We're gonna do it at the 40-minute mark. We're gonna talk about the King the King narcissist. What's her name? Or should I say so-called queen, but she calls herself the king. I'm call her King narcissist. Steph, what she is. Got a lot of complex issues. She got that short person's complex. I mean Napoleon complex she got. Just pineapple dude left and right on there. I saw that one night last Thursday. I said, not Thursday, but last Wednesday. That shit was wild, man. I think it was Monday. It wasn't Monday. It was last Monday. I'll talk about it this Monday. We're going to talk about it. I think it was a Monday show. And I talked about it, and I'm like, this shit is what it is. I knew what it was. And I'm just like, okay, we in it now. So you got an individual like that and then expect much in return, but she got to work on her damn self. I don't know why people be tripping on here and be like, expect people to change, but no, you got to change yourself before you date anybody. And that's just what it is, man. Like, we get out of this damn live stream. I got out of this live stream. They got my shit posted. Let me see this shit. Shouts out to Tampa. I need to see that shit. I need to see that shit. That's 2 weeks ago. That was 2 weeks ago. That was a 2 week ago. I didn't know that. When did old boy 3 syllables came at DJ Cuda? Man, this shit been. Let me tell you something. That shit been going on since last year, man. That nigga ain't got nothing else better to do, man. He ain't gonna sit down. I don't even fuck with that dude. I mean, but shouts out the ones that kind of do, but I stopped fucking with him since last year. Fuck that nigga. But it's like, and shouts out to Tampa posting that. That got a lot of views. I need to see that. I know it did. They got a lot of views. Shouts out to Tampa. And I knew it did. That pre-record, it needed it. I need to go back to doing that as well, getting those views. Live streams can be a pain sometimes, but you got to do it just for content purposes. But the videos, man, like, we already know. I know what gets views and what don't. So I used to be up there. But yeah, pre-records is what it is. It's what it is. I got less than that. I told you, man. I'm gonna stop using. I think I'm gonna stop using. I'm gonna use something different with pre-records, like a thing. I might use a microphone avatar instead, or picture. I get tired of skulls. I mean, they're cool. Don't get me wrong, but I gotta look at something. I'll see the most popular. Yeah, the most popular is still the Moors of Germany. That's old. Ancient Europe, Jesus, the way, all these, that's old shit, right? Ancient Black Civilization, Babylon Timbuktu. I did that word for word. These were out no gear and microphones, of course. 4,000. Yeah, Titus Flavius, brother that I wooed. Man, I was getting, yeah, people was fucking with me then. That's how my following was built. Cause I left this shit. I knew what I was doing, man. Like, you get views like that, you all right. It's gonna take a minute. But that's what you expect. You know, you expect much, expect everything, but man, my phone is acting up. It is acting up. Phone's acting up. It's acting up really. It's acting funky right now. Is the case closed? Case closed. Sunday Madness 36. You already know what it is. And I'm just saying, like, that's what we're seeing right now. But in the minute mark, everybody's live streaming, doing anything. And my feet, I gotta stretch my feet in and out because I can cut this short anytime if I want to. But let me put it on Assassin's Creed. Yeah, Ubisoft's doing some shit. But that's just how I look at it, because most people they be on oh, I don't even care and all this other stuff. But like I said before, I said it again, it's just what it is. Oh shit. Let me look at this shit. This shit's wild. Yeah, I gotta, I'll cut this one in a couple more minutes. But it's on the 15 minutes. Okay, appreciate that everybody came through. Shouts out to Toya. Shouts out to Degenerate. Shouts out to everybody. Shouts out to Toya. Shouts out to Degenerate. Shouts out to Tampa. Psycho Candy. Appreciate y'all coming through. And Juan G's, of course. Who else came through? New and Alonzo. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. Like, it's one of those streams that, y'all can listen on the playback, but I'm just saying, but I'll be back this week, and I think we're gonna talk about the racial shit, because I've been hearing a lot of debates about racial stuff, and these dudes don't talk about it. Culture matters. talk to different groups and go into my history archive and information and things like that. I'll put the realhistory.com link out there. Talk about different perspectives and all these other things, and let's talk about culture and things like that. Because I have a dark history stream for y'all, and then I'll do some more research and things like that. So, and then Thursday Thrills, we're going to talk about old girl. Her narcissistic ass on Melly's show, and I was laughing at that. Like these dudes couldn't handle that. She's a hoe that's wanting some dick on the side, but you know it is. But we're gonna talk about that this Thursday. So, y'all enjoyed y'all's weekend, this Labor Day weekend. I might do a pre-recording and show y'all that I did a Labor Day stream talking about it. And it's pretty much like, I think it's like a 6 hour. Yeah. I might show y'all that or whatever. It's pretty much it. But so with that, I want to say peace and shalom. And I'm out. Until next time. You.